Well, let's stay with governments of unity. The IFP leader, Velenkosini Hlabisa, also hailing the IFP-led government of provincial unity in KZN. Hlabisa says Premier Thami Ntuli is on course to stabilize the troubled province and improve service delivery. For more on this and the state of the government of provincial unity in that province, we're joined by the Premier himself, Thami Ntuli. Premier, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. Before the reflections on the government of provincial unity, today marks the start of a very important chapter for the class of 2024. I'm talking about matriculants who are writing their exams. The province is experiencing yet more bad weather. Are you able to give assurances to the matriculants in KZN that despite these conditions, they will be able to write their exams with minimal disruption?
Well, good evening, Fumbati, to yourself and to the viewers at home. Thank you for having me. I wish to start, Fumbati, by sending our condolences to the government of KwaZulu-Natal for the passing on of Prince Mangosuthu, youngest daughter, Princess Sibuyiselo Angela Buthelezi, who was the Member of Parliament in Cape Town. We are with the family and Buthelezi clan and the nation at large. Well, coming to the weather, in fact, we visited one school here in Durban, in Mbumbulu, and other MECs were in other district visiting schools. The report we gathered today was that despite the weather, the exam started smoothly. There were no disruptions. In fact, not even an incident of disturbance, which was reported. However, we were ready because we activated through the MEC for Kokta, Reverend Mthelezi, the local government of municipalities, disaster centers, so that they had to come on board whenever the accessibility to examination centers were a problem. Even I had a conversation or a call with the Provincial Commissioner, Mr. Nhlahla in the morning, where he gave me assurance that is the police, they are ready to come on board whenever there are activities which seek to interfere with the examinations. I think today we were inspired to see the state of readiness in all schools, despite all the challenges we can think of. But teachers have made us proud because the examinations that are starting today have been prepared by the teachers, sacrificing their weekends, sacrificing their holidays. And we are yet to actually reap the fruits of their hard work. We got 86% last year, and we wish to see an improvement to a minimum of 90%.
All right. Premier, then let's get straight into the business of the day, the government of provincial unity. And because of time constraints, I'm going to go to the key issues that I suspect are a key challenge in your province. Let's start with safety and security. We saw you, I think it was early last month, at the High Flats, the massacre that took place there. It wasn't the only incident. The police have been hard at work dealing with criminality. You have taken the community safety element into your fold. Basically, you're in charge of the police. You've taken that into the Premier's office. Talk to us about whether you think you are winning the war against criminality, assassinations in KZN. If so, how?
Well, Mfumbati, I must comment the work of the police led by Provincial Commissioner Nhlahla in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I think we're a good example to the country or to South Africa. We have been mentioned even by the Deputy President of the Republic in Parliament as being the good example. And you must ask yourself why, when now the office of the Premier Community Safety and Liaison, you begin to hear such positive accolades to the police. It's because of the collaboration, which in fact we were forged with all the crime fighters. You can mention the Neighborhood Watch, the CPF, all volunteers, the leaders of the society who have made a call, including the society at large, that let us all stand together to say not in our province. And we are still convinced that we need to continue with that spirit, despite the number of incidents that we see in our province. But the arrest in the province, the numbers have improved, which indicated that the police are hard at work. The operations we are conducting, I think, we have been quite visible, conducting the operations 362 to clean KwaZulu-Natal, to clean eThekwini. We're even saying to the people who normally visit eThekwini and KwaZulu-Natal during the festive season, they must know that we are cleaning for them. We want them to come here and enjoy with their families in a safe environment. We know that there is a lot that we still need to do to ensure that everyone is on board. The unfortunate incidents which now are actually beginning to find expression in our society is where in families there is a conflict within families. They kill a number of people in one family. The recent incident was 5 members, 5 women who were stabbed to death by a member of the family here in Inkosila Ngalbalele municipality. We have seen in Hlobozi 7 members who were also killed, and the suspicion was that it's an issue which is around a family conflict, which we are making a call to the people of KwaZulu-Natal that instead of resorting to violence, find a way of sitting down so that you're able to resolve problems in a manner that will not create problems for yourself in the future. And the structures that are there, especially in rural communities, the headmen or izinduna and Namakos, who have made a plea that we need to go back to the basics, wherein they were able to cause a man to sit under the tree and discuss issues of the society, families, to be able in a form that the families were in the past. Because when we reconstruct and rebuild KwaZulu-Natal, we must understand that we also need to focus on the issues of social cohesion, on the issues of tolerance in our society, peace in our society, families being able to live with one another. I think that are areas that we will be taking forward. Hence, we are also having Izimbizo, wherein we are visiting district by district. On the 30th of this month, we'll be in Mkhanyakude addressing the issue of crime, also the issue of service delivery. I think you are aware that the President of the Republic will be here in eThekwini Metro on the 8th of November to address all issues that pertain to the lives of the people of KwaZulu-Natal. And we are forging ahead, ensuring that we increase our pace day by day. We work quite very well with the Provincial Commissioner and everyone, which makes the work of the police of KwaZulu-Natal to be a good example to everyone.
All right, Premier. I'm going to ask you to be a bit short in your responses. We are pressed for time. The other area of concern is that of water shortages. And that is now more pronounced in the only metro in KZN. How is that likely to impact on the economic performance, particularly in eThekwini, as we head into the festive season?
Well, what is good, Mfumbati, about the challenge that we are faced within eThekwini when it comes to water scarcity is that now there is a plan. Because the restrictions which have been introduced, they are not meant to make people or the business to suffer, but they are meant to ensure that we are able to sustain the provision of water while we finish up with the projects of the bigger dams that will see us being able to provide more megaliters in a day. There is a futuristic, in fact, plan that is there in eThekwini, which is also shared with everyone. There is a presidential working group that is working with the leadership of eThekwini municipality. His Worship, the Mayor of eThekwini, Mayor Baba. They are cooperative, quite very positive in the plan. We are looking forward to see when we finish up other bigger projects, a time wherein everything will be back into normal.
Let's conclude then, Premier, on the politics of the day. Every now and then you see ructions at the national structure of the GNU. Provincially speaking, are you confident that the provincial government of unity will sustain until the 5 years is done?
In fact, I'm quite inspired by the manner in which we are working in KwaZulu-Natal with all the MECs who are coming from the different political parties. Even when we're making a presentation on the 100 days performance of the province, all the political parties were represented, and from the horse's mouth, they were attesting to the fact that in KwaZulu-Natal, the coalition is stable, and we are looking forward to complete 5 years. And even in the work that we do as today, I was with an MEC from a different political party, MEC for education. And whenever, like we're in Msinga with MECs from different political parties, even tomorrow, we'll be having the Human Resource Development Research Council, where the MECs will be coming together. You see, in KwaZulu-Natal, we are focusing to helping people who are of KwaZulu-Natal to inspire new hope and to try and attend to the areas of the economic growth, new job opportunities, and other important issues such as crime fighting. And we are working together as a collective.
The Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Thami Ntuli, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, reflecting on the 100 days of the Provincial Government of Unity. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll close the show with some of the leading stories on this day.